Now, to discuss all of this, we want to bring in James Lankford, Republican Senator from Oklahoma. Senator, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Do we have the senator? I'm not hearing him.
Can't hear him. Senator, can you hear us?
Well, that's beautiful.
Senator?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now we've got the senator. Senator, thank you for joining us. We are hearing you now. Okay, thank you, sir. I want to play for you a compilation. You know, in Washington, D.C., the most popular word in town since Biden became president is transitory. Let's have a listen.
And we, at least on a year-over-year basis, will continue, I believe, through the rest of the year to see higher inflation rates, maybe around 3%. But I personally believe that this represents transitory factors.
As these transitory supply effects abate, inflation is expected to drop back toward our longer-run goal.
They continue to convey that they believe the impact will be temporary, transitory, however you want to refer to it.
So, Senator, is it indeed transitory, or is this structural inflation?
So I would tell you what's happening in wages is definitely not transitory. The additional money that was paid out of the federal government from the quote-unquote COVID relief money, that dramatically changed the workforce, which dramatically changed our supply chain, increased all of the cost of labor around the country, decreased access to labor at the same time. That's certainly not transitory. So we see that as a long-term effect. I would tell you, anyone buying a house, anyone buying gas, anyone buying groceries, anyone buying bacon right now, whatever it may be, all those prices are up significantly. They know exactly what they're experiencing. And whether you're buying a car, a used car, a house, doing any construction around your house, all those costs are going to be built in forever into the cost of your house or into your car. That's not transitory for you by any means.
Well, Senator, while the swamp thinks it's transitory, the lamestream media, on the other hand, CNN, they're having a hard time spinning this in a positive light. Let's take a listen.
You're paying more for just about everything.
Sticker shock is real, and it's getting worse.
And, you know, wages aren't going up. So, you know, a lot of people are talking about possibly a fourth stimulus. Is that on the horizon? Are Dems going to send out more free money?
They are going to try to send out more free money because that's what they love to do. They love to be able to spend. They love to send free money out to people. All of us in February of this year were saying to our Democrat colleagues, if you throw out this $2 trillion bill that you're talking about, which they did, if you put that out there, here's what it's going to cause. It's going to cause inflation. It's going to cause all these problems. It's going to cause all these problems in supply chain. They literally said that's not going to happen. That's not a possibility on it. And then we're watching it. How hard is it to buy lumber right now? How hard is it to buy any kind of building materials? How hard is it to get semiconductors right now? On and on and on. We've got all kinds of supply chain issues built in because of the cost of labor, because of the availability of labor, and because you have all this pent-up money from last year. It's basic economics that they chose not to be able to see, that any economist out there would say this is what was coming. They just ignored the warning signs. And to add insult to injury, they're not talking about a $6 trillion bill that they're going to add on top of the $2 trillion bill that they did earlier this year. So they're literally they're ignoring the inflation that's obvious to everyone else and saying, let's just keep going. If we wanted to give government money, let's do it again. They are the equivalent of a middle schooler on a roller coaster. They get off the roller coaster and go, that was fun. Let's go spend more money. Let's do it all over again and want to jump back on the ride. The problem is it's killing our economy.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Senator Lankford, thank you so much for taking the time tonight.
You bet. Glad to see you again.